There we go. Welcome to the Tannat Show. As you can see, I'm trying to come at the end of the. Hello, Michelle and Brian and everybody. Tell me what you're drinking tonight. Tell us what you're drinking. Tell us who's tuning in. Chateau O'Brien Wine. Judy's even tuning in tonight. I'm trying to be in the spirit for Mardi Gras with St. Patrick's Day coming right around the corner. So I got a little bit of both going on. And have a big month next month planned for my St. Patrick's Day, which is the whole month is a big celebration and so forth. So that will be kind of fun. We are getting some of my props back, as you can see, and I'm working on, hello, Jane and Carl, and I'm trying to get more of my props back. But welcome to the Tannat Show live every Thursday, or almost live every Thursday. And this weekend we have a member event if you can make it with live music on Sunday. If you can't, that is fine. I am releasing a new wine, a wine that we have for a long time, but a new vintage year. And so if you can't make it this weekend, we'll certainly connect with my members and everybody else after we do this. If you're really interested, send me an email separately because it's one of my favorites, and I'm very proud of this vintage year and what we were able to do. So if you send me an email tomorrow, I'll tell you what it is, and because I'm not tonight. If you can't make it on this Saturday or Sunday, but should be a good weekend. Should be nice, celebrating and so forth. The last weekend of February, God, today certainly didn't feel like that. 80 degrees, set a record in Northern Virginia, 81. Unbelievable, really. I kind of like it. So anyways, I know a lot of people, see you next Sunday. That is correct. Already set. Michelle, 12 noon. So anyways, a lot of people are asking me with the warm weather and all that, is it affecting the grapes and so forth? Now, if it was 80 degrees for 1 week, we would not be drinking a Bud Light. My good friend Keith, you should be getting ready with a Guinness for next month. But I think he's following my dad. My dad only drinks Bud Light in a can, so I don't know if Keith is drinking a bottle. But anyways, I'm thinking about something. I'm debating whether I'm going to say it tonight. Tell you tonight. So anyways, the vines. In the vineyard, there's no, we call it the blood or water running through the vines right now. Everything is fully dormant and hard. So we're not worried right now. And it stays like this. It looks like the weather is going to get a little cooler, a little bit back to normal, a little above. And that is perfect, to be honest with you. So we're not worried. If we do get something like an 80-degree week in the next couple of weeks, then we'll be a little bit nervous. But it doesn't seem like that will be the case. So that will be a good thing. So we're out there doing our winter pruning, which my team is out there doing it. They do all the hard work and making sure they're taken care of properly and efficiently into every little detail. And they go well above and beyond, and they have been for a period of time to make sure that we get the proper fruit character Mother Nature will allow it to. But we'll do our share in that joint venture. So for tonight's show, I have 4 segments. Just told you about the one. Things that are happening at the winery next month. And the 12th of March is my big St. Patrick's Day with bagpipes, Irish music, Irish stew, soda bread, the whole shebang. If you haven't been, it's pretty popular. Then I have a bunch of other related Irish things happening this coming month. And the information will be coming out very soon, all related to the St. Patrick's O'Brien celebration and the Irish through the whole month. So you'll be able to celebrate. If you can't make that one of the other events, hopefully anyways. So for the story tonight, I had to think of something that was, I knew I had the winery then, but it wasn't open to the general public yet. So I could try to put this, what's the date? The Sunday the 12th. Sunday the 12th is the members are free, And then it's only $25 a person for non-members. All the food you can eat and everything like that, and listen to all the music. So it's just to get people there. And so it's the 12th, Keith, from 12 to 5 and so forth. So it'll be a fun time. It always is. And trying to get Irish bands and stuff closer to St. Patrick's Day or after are very difficult because they're playing in all the pubs and all that stuff. So the Sunday before will be perfect. And I kind of like it because then I can celebrate a little bit. Because if it falls on the weekend, that means I can, but I'm doing our event and so forth. So go back to segment 2. I'm not avoiding it, but I'm going to say it. What the heck? I did a little research to make sure I wouldn't get in trouble if I say it properly. So I wanted to do something related to New Orleans and the theme of Mardi Gras and stuff. And so I had been to Mardi Gras. I had been to St. Patrick's Day. Actually, I got these beads down there. Can you believe it? I still have it after such a long time ago. I mean, a long time ago. And my hat I got when Syracuse University won the national championship in 2003. 2003. And I usually go to all the Final Fours. And Keith probably is the only one on here that would remember that I went. And that's where I got this hat. And the coach, Jim Boeheim, wore it off the plane going back to Syracuse. So I didn't know he had it until we were watching I was here watching it, them getting off the plane. So I thought that was interesting. Well after they won. So as you know, the Final Four in New Orleans, it is 2 days. It's Saturday and Monday night. So you're playing the semifinals, the East against the West or whatever it is. So Syracuse is playing Texas, and they beat them. They upset them. And I don't even know if really Texas was the favorite or shouldn't be, but Syracuse was just steps above them, particularly with Carmelo Anthony, which is in the NBA still, I believe, one of the phenomenal players, and then certainly Jerry McNamara and all the other players, and they did all play as a team. And they did have 2 freshmen, which was uncommon back then, to lead them to the national championship, where now they're all freshmen. That game has changed. So it was great to go. I've been to Final Fours where they've gotten beat Syracuse. So I've never been to one where they won. So the first game was Texas, and they upset them. And it was just a blast. And then you have a day to recoup, as I could say, in New Orleans on Sunday. They don't play. They do it on Monday night. So after Syracuse beat Texas, all the Syracuse fans were on Bourbon Street celebrating to the wee hours of the morning, including Mr. Howard O'Brien. And with my good friend, went to college with there, Ronnie, a big guy, played football there, real big guy, over 320 pounds, monster, but one of my good friends. So we're feeling no pain, celebrating very well, not drinking wine. And it was in 2003, I probably was drinking beer because I know I cannot drink. The Hurricanes, or I may have had 1 or 2 that night. You don't know. But it was crazy. So I got to say this politically correct. So we're walking down Bourbon Street. It was real late. We're walking by, there's nightclubs, strip joints, everything on Bourbon Street. If you've been there. And so there was this little gentleman in a tuxedo standing on a milk crate box as a bouncer at one of the bars or strip joints. I don't really remember. So as I said, we were rather toasted is the word I would say, in celebration mode. And I don't even know that I said anything loud enough, but I said that I remember this and he could validate it. And I remember, and the streets are packed with Syracuse fans from everywhere. And then Kansas was in there, and Syracuse had to play Kansas on Monday night for the national championship. So we're all celebrating, and the Kansas fans were very nice, by the way. And so we're, the streets are packed. So I just said to my friend Ronnie, casually, I go, boy, I bet you that bouncer doesn't get in many fights. And he heard me. And he goes, I'm going to kick your little ass. And he started running down Bourbon Street after us. We were laughing so hard. And I just said to my friend Ronnie, I go, man, if we cannot be caught by him, because everybody will be fighting with him. And that was really just crazy. And I'll never forget that story. And we did not get caught. And it was hilarious. And we stayed away from that area the next to the 3 days we were there. So that was a funny story. And I don't even, I had to look up the word of the proper way to say it. So, I don't get in any trouble. And that's the proper way. You can look on the official site. There is other names that they do refer, but I just felt that what I used was appropriate. So anyways, that was the funny story there. And that was crazy. And I can't, there's no way anybody can visualize this. Believe me. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to do in my signature Regal glass, and it was a full bottle of wine. A full bottle of wine, as you know. I'm packing, still getting it. My sign. So what we're going to taste tonight, if you haven't had it yet, and a lot of my members and people have not, it is the only time I've ever bottled this. I've grown it for over 20 years. I usually blend with it, but I never have bottled it until this is the only vintage year I bottled it, and I have not bottled it afterwards, and I don't believe we ever will again. This is 100% Merlot. Now, I can't see anybody on here that may have had this, but if anybody has had the 2019 Merlot that I did release at the last VIP event and the last Christmas event, and I only made about 25 cases, I certainly do not have that left. But if anybody is on there that has had it, they will validate, like I did, that this does not taste like your normal Merlot. That's why I bottled it. 2 months in a French oak barrel, 2 months in a French oak barrel, low yields is normal, 1 to 3 tons per acre, which is very common around the world for forcing high quality. And this, I remember tasting out of the barrel and talking to members that were tasting it out of the barrel later on, and they all said I should bottle this. And I really didn't want to. And then my vineyard manager and team said, have you tasted the Merlot, Howard, in a while? I go, no, I haven't. They go, you should. And I didn't even know it was a Merlot. It was so different. It's hedging on a Cab Sauv, hedging on a Cab Franc. Just a lot of character. Color is nice. It's got a Bordeaux look. And I think Judy is sampling it. She is in the other room. Isn't there? Brian did it. The Merlot was fabulous. We must have mine. We must have mine. So Brian, did you have some before? Did you get some? I think you did. Not a lot of this left. A lot of tannin structure, little cherry coming out of there. It is hedging on a Cab Franc. At your event, you're right. So Brian was perfectly, he could tell me that. Judy, save me some. Great Merlot. Honey, you got all you want. Sorry for the typo. That's okay. Yep. Wow. Yeah, this is not your normal, Brian. This is not your normal Merlot, is it? I mean, most people didn't know it was a Merlot, and I didn't really tell them that. Look at the coloring for this Merlot. I mean, this is really phenomenal. Brian, did you hear me? Is it what's your opinion of the description? It's just I bottled it because I didn't think it was your normal. Yes, he was right. Everybody felt the same way. A lot of people did not guess it because I didn't tell anybody what it was. So anyways, you got to get some. Not many. I only did 25 to 30 cases, really a barrel. So that's a 2019 Merlot. Very nice. Now for the contest tonight. And whoever wins, Michelle, you got to get your, yes, we have us coming back this weekend. Oh, great. Perfect. You can get some more and the new ones. Sorry, I can't type. I can't either. Don't worry about it. You don't want to read my handwriting either. So this weekend, I'm doing a member event. You probably got it. If you can't make it, that's fine. Just let me know if you want some. The contest tonight, you're going to get a bottle of Vintners Reserve. Michelle, you got to pick up your case when you come up for your birthday that you won last week. And I definitely normally do not drink when I do this. And I was in my Outer Banks home, and we have been celebrating. So normally I don't give a case away, but that's what happens when I drink. And my daughter loves that, by the way. And so anyways, you still get a bottle. It was great. So anyways, you get a bottle of Vintners Reserve 13, which we still have 50% off. We have some left still for members. So if you're still interested, let me know. So related to Merlot, whoever can respond first tonight, phone, email, and I look at the time. So I probably don't look at it till later on or tomorrow to give you the answer, because I have to look at all sources of we want to win. So tell me the appellation in the world that uses, I would say, more Merlot consistently than any other region in the world. And it is a very popular region in the world. So who uses Merlot, not fully, but predominantly, is very predominant in this appellation in the world. Brian is right on France, but what appellation? France is the country. It's not the appellation. Somebody should get this easy. They can't make a single varietal. I'm giving you some hints. I'll stay on until somebody gets it. You can't do a single varietal in this region. You have to blend at least two of the amount of grapes grown there. I'm sure everybody's on Mr. Googly looking now. It is in France. We'll go there. So Brian gave a good hint. Come on, somebody's got to get this. Luigi, the dog even got it. Where is he? Where is Luigi? There he is. There's my man tonight. He even guessed it, and he's waiting for a sample of the Merlot. He's waiting for some Merlot. Michelle, close, but no. Very close. Keith, the Budweiser man, got it on my phone. Bordeaux. He just beat you, Brian. He just beat you. It isn't Saint-Emilion, isn't Bordeaux. Bordeaux is the appellation, and then there's sub-appellations like Saint-Emilion and Margaux and so forth. But if you said Bordeaux, you would have got it. And he got it right before you did. You probably heard my phone chime. So Keith gets a free bottle of Vintners Reserve, and when he picks up his 6 bottles he's buying, he'll have 7. So everybody tonight, thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you soon. Be safe, enjoy the weather, and God bless, and drink Tannat. Enjoy, drink.